realtors, how you make your bed is not as important as making your bed. I'm sure you're wondering, what is this dude talking about? So, first of all, there's this, if you look online, there's a Marine, I think he's a Marine, talks about the importance of making your bed. Early in the morning, which didn't make my bed yet, but it's something that I adopted, was making my bed early in the morning just to get something done. So it's that's like the first win. Winning is infectious. You guys have heard me say that before. Just doing something instead of just getting out the house and running out the house. Do something that makes you feel accomplished, even if you don't really pay attention. Like, that's stupid as hell. I'm just making my bed. That's how your brain works. If you notice somebody's on a losing streak, life just keeps happening, keeps going to shit. Versus when somebody's winning, they can't stop winning. It's infectious either way. So making your bed is a productivity hack every day to keep things moving. And it's a little win. You subconsciously don't even realize it's a little win and how valuable it is, and you just ran a stop sign. Anyway, you don't realize how valuable it is until you actually do it. So that's definitely something that you'll want to do, but that's actually not where I was going. You know, when I say it doesn't matter how you make your bed as long as you make it. So for instance, I didn't make my bed yet. I had a call at 8 o'clock. I didn't realize. A client reached out to me. We had a conversation. So I'll go back and make it. But when I was a kid, I used to make a bed. And my mom used to get mad at me because I would make the bed, you know, most of the time reluctantly. I would make the bed, but I would sit on the bed when I'm making it. And my mom would flip out. She'd be like, what are you doing? How do you make the bed if you're on it? Because the way my bed was positioned, I had it up against my bunk beds. So I had a bed up against the wall. So that, you know, if I rolled over, I hit the wall. If I rolled the other way, I'd fall off the bunk bed. So because of the way the bed was made, instead of pulling the bed out and squeezing behind it, I wasn't doing all that. And my mom was, at the time, bigger than me. So what I would do is I would get on the bed and roll the first sheet with the elastic over it, and then I push things over and I kind of scrape the wrinkles out. And then I get off of the bed and filter it and straighten it out. And she used to flip out on me and get mad at me. Like, how are you making the bed if you're on the bed, but the bed got made? And that's what I said. I was like, but the bed got made, so why does it matter? She's like, no, do it my way. A lot of agents feel they have to do things a certain way. So I have to prospect this way. I have to follow this exact script. I have to do this thing exactly as they tell me to, or my broker told me this, or the OG agent that's been in the business for 50 years and has a book of business that only works from referrals said, just work your sphere of influence. So I have to work my sphere of influence, which is broke, or I don't have one. So how do I do it? I think it has to be done a certain way, and it doesn't. As long as you're getting business, then you're getting business. There's many ways to do that. There's many ways to prospect. There's many ways to generate leads. So for instance, I'll take my business partner, Nate. Nate is not a classically trained agent. He doesn't cold call, doesn't door knock. He does massive deals. Came into the business doing massive deals. Why? Because nobody told him he couldn't. He came in and started doing it. So then when you have a classically trained agent, like, he looks at that like, man, they're classically trained. It'd be cool to be classically trained, but you know, that's not his bag. Neither is right or wrong. It's just different. So the analogy, when I say when you make your bed, as long as it gets made, it means stop listening to the advice of everybody that doesn't fit your model. If you don't want to cold call and door knock, don't call, cold, and door knock, but realize that you're going to have to do things differently and accept that it's different. It might take you longer. It might cost you more money. It might cost you more headache and more stress. But there's more than one ways to get business. Same with listings. There's more than one ways to get business. Now, there are proven ways. And once you find a proven way, I always recommend do the system process as you learn it. Stop trying to make it your own and make it better first. Then go back and make it your own once you know it works. Don't try to outsmart whatever it is. So if somebody says, okay, you're comfortable sending postcards, send postcards the way you're told to, the way you should learn, the way you're instructed. Then get fancy. Okay, I'm going to test these 2 postcard style, or I'm going to change this headline. But don't change something that works, because that's the other thing I noticed. Yes, it's true that it doesn't matter how you make the bed as long as you make it, but you have to have experience making the bed first. So what I did was I took my mother's way and made my bed. And once I saw how she did, I was like, okay, that worked. But I'm gonna do it my way because, you know, I'm smaller than she was at the time. And I needed to figure out a way to get it done without getting in trouble so I can go play with my Hot Wheels. And then I figured that out. Okay, if I just lay on the bed. Now, most of the time she didn't see me. So I tried to make the bed when she didn't see me, so she couldn't complain. But when she did see me, she complained. I was just like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I made the bed. You asked me to make the bed. I did what I was supposed to. Can I go play with my Hot Wheels? Or whatever I was doing at the time. I've always been a car guy, so, you know, whatever. But that's the key. Stop listening to everybody that says you have to do things a certain way, or this makes more sense than that. If you find something that works for you, as long as it's working, it's ethical, nobody got hurt, and you're making money, and you're getting business, then continue to do that. Don't let somebody come on and poo-poo like, oh, well, that doesn't work. We've had folks that have family members in the industry like, you can't sell new construction or luxury new construction. Like, that's not even possible. But I did it. No, that's it must be a scam. It must be some. No. Your reality is your reality until it's not. The process works. Stop listening to other people tell you what you should be doing unless they have a better way. As long as the bed is made, as long as you're doing business, do what works for you. People make up these rules that are like not even really rules. They just feel they should follow them because somebody told them this is the way to go, but the somebody doesn't necessarily have their best intentions in mind, and there's biases. There's a whole lot of biases in real estate. It's funny when I hear agents say, tell new agents, oh, you got to wait 6 months to 2 years before you get your first deal. And if you want to sell luxury, no, you can't sell luxury. Had a friend sit in a class where the instructor said, oh, you only need to sell one of these a month, one of these a year, and you're set for the year. But don't worry about it. Don't set your expectations high. You'll never sell any of these. Meanwhile, he knows me, and he knows Nate, and he's seen what we've done and the people we've helped. They're brand new. $2 million, $3 million, $4 million their first year in. Almost unheard of. Like a brand new agent making more than the average agent makes through the year, because y'all know that the average agent makes about $54,000 a year. That's $54,000 a year, average agent. So that's what, if that you're talking to an average agent, they're telling you can't do this, that's why that's happened. So just remember, you don't have to follow other people's rules. Make your own. If you'd like to follow a process that works and then make your own rules and not have to cold call, not have to door knock, not have to send postcards. Now, I highly encourage continuing to do those things. I never say stop, but some agents are like, that's not my thing. It's kind of like me, that's not my thing either. So if you want to attract luxury new construction buyers, luxury buyers, come on over to the Iconic Agent. We do weekly webinars. We got a podcast launching this end of this month. We'll be sharing some game for you, and we will help you attract more new construction, luxury new construction buyers without doing all the stuff that you hate doing. So click on the link in the bio or head over to theIconicAgent.com.